Hello Penguinauts, I'm the Baby Penguin and welcome to World of Warships. You seem to like the last video I did, not even though I am quite obviously quite a new player to the game, so I thought I might as well take out another ship for a spin. This is the HMS Danae. Yes, I am working my way up the British light cruiser tech tree because, well, you know, I'm British, I might as well. And immediately we've got a team killing destroyer to our port side. That's encouraging, isn't it? Anyway, so the Danae is an interesting ship, to say the least. It's a little bit tricky to play, actually, because compared to a lot of other cruisers at this kind of tier, you don't have many guns. The guns that you do have, though, are very accurate and they're very fast firing, which I think is actually quite accurate to real life, considering the Royal Navy's drills were pretty much second to none in World War II. Well, possibly with the exclusion of the Imperial Japanese Navy. But, you know, when it came to navies such as the Italians, etc., you know, they just, you know, you wouldn't dare go up against the Royal Navy. It's just, even though pretty much half of the Royal Navy was obsolete in World War II, just from the sheer speed of their drills, and, well, I guess to an extent, the sheer numbers. But anyway, so the Danae, you have to kind of play it as a very big, slightly slower and very well-armed destroyer to an extent. Biddy, isn't that basically just what a cruiser is? Well, sort of. It's more true of the Danae because you basically, if a battleship farts in your general direction, you're dead. You're a light cruiser. You're basically made of citadels. I mean, saying that, the citadel of the Danae is below the waterline, but you don't have much health to start with anyway. If you get citadel, you're dead. If you get hit by more than 3 shells from a battleship, you're probably dead as well. Basically, all you have to do is just fire at enemy cruisers at extreme range and hunt destroyers. And if you are going to engage a battleship, like I do a little bit later on in this video, then you need to be using the terrain to actually get your torpedoes on target, because you only have a 6-kilometer range on them. Although they are actually pretty decent torpedoes, all things considered. They're certainly nowhere near as bad as the American destroyer torpedoes. So you've got pretty good guns, you've got pretty good torpedoes. The only problem is that you do have a 10-kilometer detection range, so you're not really going to be hiding from anything in this. So you are inevitably going to take some fire. But we're just going to put some pot shots into this little cruiser here, which is advancing towards us and trying to contest sea. Well, this can't stand. Say hello to British armor piercing, my friend. Up he goes, and that is my first kill with a good solid citadel just to rub it in. And there is a destroyer hiding inside a smoke screen just inside the sea capture zone. Well, I'm not an idiot. I know there are going to be torpedoes heading towards me, so I just turn straight towards it, and surprisingly we actually get a hit. I mean, it's an over-penetration, but I was just firing randomly into the smoke screen, and I actually get a hit on that destroyer. Problem is, I don't actually remember where I was shooting, so we can't really get any more accurate fire onto him. Just dodge those torpedoes that we saw basically a million miles out. Oh, and there we go. A friendly destroyer has spotted him, and yeah, he's not going to last long, is he? As I said, this is a destroyer hunting machine. You don't have many guns, but the guns you do have are very good, and they are very, very fast firing. So if you miss the destroyer with your first salvo, you can be pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get a hit on your second one. And yeah, there we go. Friendly destroyer goes up. And yeah, but this destroyer isn't going to last long at all, is he? Friendly destroyer is just about to go down, but there we go. Second kill. Destroyer taken down, and now we're taking sea. Now, I'm trying not to attract too much attention to myself, because I kind of want to capture the area. I don't want the cap to be reset. But, oh, hello there. Japanese cruiser sailing broadside onto British armor piercing. Yeah, he's going to regret that. There goes our first citadel. I mean, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, because obviously these are only 6-inch shells, but we can just rain fire down onto him. I don't really want to be attracting too much attention from him, though. I do put the island in between us because I don't really want the cap reset. I want to be capturing sea. I don't want to be sort of kill hogging. But, oh dear, all hands to battle stations. Well, I mean, they should already be at battle stations. We've got an enemy battleship, and this guy's going to present a pretty big problem for us. Now, we can do some damage to him when he's at the extreme limits of our range. We get some plunging fire down through his deck armor, but the majority of our shots are going to bounce or just get a non-penetration, as you can see. Yeah, I think it's about time to make ourselves scarce. That destroyer there is on low health, so he's going to be soaking up some damage. Obviously, you know, anyone sees a low health ship, it's like It's like vampires onto a virgin. That was a pretty bad analogy, wasn't it? I was trying to think of a good analogy. I couldn't think of one. Yeah, that wasn't a very good analogy, was it? As you see, our shots are just not even scratching this battleship. So we're trying to get out of here. And there we go, the derp ski. It's gone up. I know it's called the dirt ski, but it's the derp ski in World of Warships. We all know. But now that battleship's guns are firmly aimed in our direction, he's got nothing else to shoot at. Yeah, it's time to make ourselves scarce. That Phoenix, as you see, getting a kill in the bottom right. He does really well at this game. Actually, he gets top of the team. Ends up getting 6 kills and getting that elusive Kraken Unleashed. As you can see, our shots are failing to penetrate this guy now. Yeah, we just can't do any damage to him with our main guns unless it's at extreme range or absolute, basically suicide range. So yeah, we're not going to be playing with him at least until we get a little bit of backup from our team. So I thought, okay, we might as well just put some parting shots into this little cruiser over here just before he dies. He's about to burn to death anyway. You know, might as well just take a shot at him. And he gets taken out by none other than, yep, the Phoenix. Same Phoenix, Devilos? I assume it's like, I guess like Germans, they pronounce W's like V's, so I assume it's Devilos, but I don't know, whatever. However, when I'm about to pop out from the other side of the island, we do get spotted by aircraft, and then it occurs to me that that battleship is probably just sitting there waiting for me to pop out and present a perfect target to him. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to turn back around and keep this island in between us, because I don't fancy getting deleted. So if we can help it, we're not going to give that battleship a perfect target. So I think, okay, we're going to sneak around and pop out the other side of the island where he hopefully isn't expecting us, but then we kind of decide that a bit too late. And yep, sure enough, he's sitting there waiting for us to pop out from behind the island. So yeah, we are not going to be moving anytime soon. We could go support our team over at B, but that's when I realised that the friendly carrier is awfully close to that battleship. It is extremely likely that that battleship is heading round to go delete our carrier, and there's pretty much nothing in his way. Most of our team is over by B, or going and hunting down the enemy carrier, which is now rather promptly run out of friends. So basically, I'm the only ship in between our carrier and a big bloodthirsty battleship. I'm also in a Danae, which, as I said, a battleship so much as looks at it funny, it blows up. Not really the best combination to have, really, is it? Bit of a David and Goliath situation here. So I turn around again, because obviously I got spotted while turning, so he's going to know I'm going to pop out the other side, so we're going to pop out this side. So hopefully he won't have his guns trained exactly on us, and we'll be able to actually angle our armor towards him, so he can't get much effective fire on us. So it's down to us to take out the enemy battleship before he nukes our carrier. Who thinks this is going to go well? You see, our torpedoes only have a 6-kilometer range, and it's basically going to be open ocean between us and the battleship. So we're going to have to pull some pretty fancy maneuvers if we're going to be able to pull this off. So here we go. We're pulling around the side of the island, bracing ourselves for the incoming wave of, I guess it would be 15-inch guns, perhaps? I have no idea what battleship this is. I'm not very good at recognizing ships yet. As I said, I'm still very much a noob at this game, but I'm certainly decent enough to actually have enough fun. And there we go. It's 9 kilometers away, and yet almost certainly heading for the friendly carrier. It's got its guns pointed in that direction. So here we go. We've been detected, and we're just sailing straight towards him, providing the smallest possible target that we can. And now he's been spotted. Our allies are actually putting in some shots at him. We are actually getting a little bit of support, but he's on a lot of health, and oh dear, those gun turrets are looking at us. Oh snap. Now this is when I kind of regret taking out British cruisers, because they can't fire high explosive. As you can see, we just can't get through his armor. Thankfully, the angle we're presenting means that his armor piercing shots barely damage us. They barely scratch us at all. So thankfully we can put sort of a few shots into him. You know, we might as well just put shots into him while trying to close the distance as fast as possible to get some torpedoes into him. The friendly carrier desperately trying to throw some torpedo bombers at him to try and prolong his life, but really not succeeding too well. And that's kind of surprising, because this guy, he's not the smartest battleship player. He's basically just a tank. He's running around just nuking people. He's not really being particularly intelligent with his maneuvers or anything. But yeah, that carrier is very, very swiftly approaching its demise. But thankfully, there's an island in between myself and the battleship, which means I can close to almost suicidal range. And as soon as we get to the gap, the other side of the island, although those guns are almost certainly going to be pointing in our direction, we can get torpedoes away and just hope, pray to the god of warships. I don't know, do you pray to the Kraken in World of Warships? You pray to the Kraken in the Kerbal Space Program. This probably works in World of Warships as well. We just gotta pray that he does what most Tier 4 battleship drivers do and sail in a straight line, even when he knows there is a torpedo-hungry cruiser lurking behind an island. Thankfully, he doesn't even have his guns pointed in this direction because there is a very, very vulnerable carrier sitting over there, and he's not going to be wasting any time trying to take out a very sneaky little cruiser like myself. And it looks like he's just tunnel visioning in on that carrier, so he's not paying any attention to where he's sailing or the fact that I just launched an entire spread of torpedoes at him. What's the bet that he's going to sail into every single one of those? Place your bets, everybody. Yeah, I mean, he's a Tier 4 battleship driver. It's pretty likely. However, once the friendly carrier goes up, I now have 4 enemy ships and no friends. Oh dear, here they come. Oh, and yep, he sailed into every single one. Thankfully, we've got an enemy ship here, an enemy cruiser, which is sailing broadside onto us. As I said, light cruiser sailing broadside onto British armor piercing. Not going to go well for you, really, is it? There he goes. 2 citadels, and he's just been deleted. 3 kills. Not 3 kills. 4 kills, sorry. Not doing too bad. However, we do have 2 cruisers who are just bringing in the hurt on us, and our allies are racing over as fast as possible, but it's not really going to be fast enough to try and draw fire away from us. I'm pulling some crazy maneuvers to try and avoid as much fire as possible, but these guys have got a pretty extreme rate of fire, and there's not really much we can do to avoid getting hit at least a couple of times. And trying my absolute hardest to get behind this island here. A couple of torpedoes from that cruiser that we killed. They're not going to hit us. But we take a few more hits. We're on fire. Oh dear, it's going to be close. Those torpedoes just about run out of steam, but that, pulling to the side to try and avoid those means we couldn't really be maneuvering. And last few shots coming in. Come on, can we make it behind the island? Can we do it? Come on, Beardy. You're so close! No. Ah, so close to that elusive Kraken Unleashed. We seem to be completely unable to grab it. We get so close, so close. We were a little closer last time, but this time, damn! Almost got behind that island, but we just weren't quite fast enough. Still, I didn't think we did too badly, considering we went up against a battleship pretty much one-on-one, and somehow we actually managed to come out on top and torpedo him about 50 times. But now the game is down to our allies, and on paper it's not looking too good. We've got a Phoenix here who doesn't really seem to know how islands work. I mean, this guy did very well this game, but what is he doing? He's just shooting into an island. I don't know. I guess he doesn't really... I guess he's just trying to get shots over the island while waiting for his battleship friend to come along. I have no idea what he's doing. Maybe he's using a bot. Probably not. Maybe he's just a typical Tier 4 player, aka not very good like me. But now, yeah, we've got a low health battleship and a slightly retarded cruiser left on our team up against 2 pretty high health cruisers. However, they're not particularly intelligent cruisers. He's sailing broadside onto a battleship. Have fun with that, mate. That's never not funny, is it? Every time. It's always amusing when a battleship just deletes a light cruiser. Anyway, the light cruiser on our team is starting to poke out from behind the island, and yeah, that enemy cruiser has run out of friends, and yeah, he's not going to be contesting C for much longer, because now we're both heading out from the side behind the island, and yeah, he's not going to last much longer, is he? So we're just going to sort of fast forward a little bit. Yeah, not much exciting happens. They play a little game of hide and seek for a few minutes, and there we go. The final blow is delivered. So there we go, I had a pretty decent game actually, obviously not amazing by any standards, but I am new to the game, and I thought I'd show you guys a battle now and then, because it's good to just put out some videos while you're waiting for Fall of Kerbin. Tape actually went away over the weekend and forgot to give me the save file, so I couldn't really do anything over the weekend. I was kind of busy anyway, though, so I guess it's all right. But I'll start working on that tonight, so the episode should be out by Friday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.